What's up, guys? Rob from LegitBrowniesGaming here, bringing you the random game episode 4. And I counted 7 times of precipitation, so that's gonna bring us to NHL 12, which is awesome because hockey is one of my favorite sports. So I get to do a video talk about my opinions and stuff on a really awesome game. And well, by game I mean the sport, not NHL 12. So. As you can see, I'm using two vintage teams I created, the Hartford Whalers and the Winnipeg Jets. Well, the vintage Winnipeg Jets anyway. And, yeah, so I just felt like I'd do this instead of just another online shootout, because the last NHL video me and Steve uploaded was just us doing a shootout, so... Whoop. Ooh, destroyed. So, pretty much this video is going to be just super opinions everywhere of the hockey. Homo root. So let's start with the quote-unquote biggest news in the league. Sidney Crosby. Oh my god. He's been back 2 games and I'm already sick and tired of hearing about Sidney Crosby. Look, I wasn't really that excited when he returned, because, I mean, it's not just the fact that he's a Penguin, and I don't like the Penguins. It's just him as a player. You know, yeah, he's considered one of the greatest players of all time, but, you know, that doesn't stop him from taking ridiculous dives every 5 seconds when someone touches him with his stick, so, you know, I really, honestly... him being back doesn't make that big of a difference to me. The Penguins are doing great, and they're going to continue doing great with or without him, so he's not really a huge piece of their game anymore. He might as well just be another player on their team at this point, because Malkin pretty much took his job. Malkin pretty much is just like, nope, I'm going to score the goals in the team now. Screw you, Sidney. Or Cindy, as people who don't like him like to call him. Because he dives. You know, the judges give that one a 10. Great form on that dive. So, let's also, moving on to a topic I'm actually going to want to talk about. Henrik Lund. What the frick is he? Smith's like, ugh, derp. Couldn't do that retardo save. But Henrik Lundqvist, the super Swede. No, I mean, he's having just a phenomenal season. I mean, what a goaltender this guy is. I mean, every time he steps on the ice, pretty much his team has a chance to win. So, you know. I mean, he's 5th in the league with 32 wins. He has a .937 save percentage, which is 2nd, 1.89 goals against average, which is 3rd, and he's leading the league in shutouts. So I mean, he's probably one of my favorite goaltenders in the league. I think he should win the Vezina, because I mean, he might not be as vital a piece to the Rangers. Like, in my opinion, he's a really big piece to the Rangers, but they could get by with a not as great goaltender, because the Rangers, I mean, come on, they have just a great team this year. I mean, first in the East with, Smith. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Poor checks galore. Wow. Anyway. So, I mean, first in the league with 95 points in 71 games. That's amazing. And, you know, they're pretty much the same team as last year. I mean, you know, plus or minus like a few people. I mean, their only big acquisition was Brad Richards, and he only has, I mean, he has 23 goals, 32 assists in 71 games. So, you know, it's not exactly like he's a 30-goal scorer or, you know, freaking, you know, it's not exactly like, I mean, I know he's not really supposed to score the goals. He's more of a playmaker back there. Ooh, Cam Ward. Good save, buddy. Oh yeah, the Rangers. I mean, I like Brad Richards as a player. He's really, he seems like a very clutch player. Like, he does what he needs to do when the Rangers need it most. Like, that Phoenix game, I believe it was them against Phoenix, where he scored with 1/10 of a second. Oh my god, what the hell? Come on, AI. Oh, watch me get another penalty for that. He's a very clutch player, so, you know, I like Brad Richards. I like the Rangers team too. I mean, they're just amazing. Yeah, they're great everywhere. I mean, they have great goaltending in Hank and Biron. They have amazing defense with Stahl, McDonough. I'm trying to think of Stahl and McDonough are amazing. I feel like I'm missing one of their defensemen. So, I mean, they have great defense, so Hank's getting a lot of support back there, and, what else is it going on? And their offense, of course, you got Dubinsky, Gaborik, Richards, so, yeah, they're just a really great team. I mean, they've been kind of wacky lately, you know, been a little inconsistent lately, but I think that's fine. You know, it's better for them to be inconsistent now than had them be inconsistent in the beginning of the season and not win any games and then just never be able to recover from that deficit and just not make the playoffs. So, you know, it's good for them to go through it now, late season, so they figure it out before the playoffs start, and if they, you know, they're going to make the playoffs, so they figure it out before the playoffs start. If they don't figure it out before the playoffs start, though, that's a problem. Who is it? UC opening. You know, I mean, Hank. I mean, he's amazing, but lately, his last 6 games, he let in 4-3-3-3, 4-3-3-3-3, and 2. So, I mean, he's letting up more than usual. I mean, he's not, like, losing them the game. He's not letting up 2 in the first and, like, 3 in the second. You know, he's not getting blown out of the water, but, I mean, you know, when everyone considers you an elite goaltender, people expect elite numbers, so, I don't know. I think Hank will figure it out for the playoffs, and he'll lead the Rangers there. I'm not going to talk about who's going to win the cup yet. That's for later. Let's move on to my team. Go with... When we talk about the Islanders, who else are you going to talk about besides John Tavares? Well, you could talk about Parenteau and Molson too, but, I mean, John Tavares is just, he's going to be our future captain, I can tell. This might be a little obvious to you, but, I mean, the thing I like about Tavares is I really like his work ethic. He never seems to give up on anything. When, you know, when the rest of the team isn't playing, like in the beginning of the season when we won a lot, we won those 4 games, and then we lost. We just continually kept losing after that. I mean, he was really the only one showing any effort out there, you know? He always seems to want to prove himself. I mean, he's already proven himself as a player. What? The hell? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did I don't get this. Wait, what? Alright, yeah. Skinner. He shoots the puck. He scores. Jeff Skinner. All Jeff Skinner. Look. He blows it by the goaltender. And Ponecross is going, oh, I scored! The hell? Ponecross? No! Can you even do anything? Look, Skinner's like, score! And Ponecross is like, oh yeah, look at this. The fuck? Wow, that is... Wow. What? Deflection? The hell? Ponecross, alright, let's watch this. Ponecross's gonna deflect it from, yeah, I mean, look, you can definitely see, you know, Ponecross definitely deflected it. Is this Ponakowski? Yeah. You know, he deflected it. That doesn't even... I don't know. Okay. Anyway, back to Tavares. He has 31 goals, 39 assists. He's 8th in goals and 8th in the league in points. So, you know, he's definitely proving everyone that he's the player that everyone thought he was going to be. So I'm happy with him. And I mean, watch out for the Islanders. We're going to be... We're going to be making a run in the next 3 years because we're a prime age team at this point. Like, I mean, if you take away the old players that Jack Crap Uano decided to sign for no freaking reason, like Penn Awful and Brian Wilson and Marty Wiesner, just those god-awful people, and Brian Ralston. So, you know, our main core is really, that's where it's at. Like, Molson and Parenteau are both 28, so they're like our older players on the offensive side that we need to play well. I think Poso, I don't know how old Poso is. I know Parenteau and Molson are 28, so we're a middle-aged... Oh crap, I got beat. Ooh, thank God he missed the post. That's why I'm not a defenseman. That's why I'm not a defenseman. Through. I should chain down. No. But, yeah. You know, defensive core might be a little older, like with Strite and, Cam Ward. What a beast. What a beast, Cam Ward. Shut up, cat. Alright, so, besides the Islanders, let's start talking about, what's next on my list here? I think Tampa Bay. Yeah. Tampa Bay. I don't know what happened to Tampa Bay. I mean, last year, all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and this year, not even, you know, looking at the possibility of not even making the playoffs. What happened? I think one of the reasons is their goaltending. I mean, Rolison, he was supposed to be their starter. He was supposed to be their, you know, consistent goaltender. Supposed to be their backbone back there. I mean, he was. I mean, his playoff run last year was incredible. I don't know where he pulled it out of. I mean, he left the Islanders. He wasn't exactly, like, amazing. All of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to be a beast. I'm going to... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to just tell everyone to lick it and save all the stuff. So, yeah. I mean, he is below 9. He has a below .90 save percentage, above 3 goals against. So, he's not doing it. And then Garan only has .901 with a 2.85. So, well, Mathieu Garan isn't really doing much better. So, oh my God! Shut up, cat. All right, you know what? Yeah, that's what I thought. I just looked my cat in the eye and I hissed at it. Yeah, that's what I thought, cat. Anyway, I mean, they did bring up that goaltender Turkowski or something like that. I mean, ooh, stall, install. Aww. Yeah, he was 5th round, 102nd overall, so, you know, he could, I think they're looking for him to try, oh my, they're looking for him to take their place. I mean, he already has better numbers than Dwayne Rolison. He's 4 games played with a .901, 2.79, so, yeah, I mean, what about Steven Stamkos? First in the league in goals, 50 goals, 34 assists, 84 points, he was 2nd in the league, only to Evgeny Malkin. I mean, you know, this team should be a good team. I mean, they've got great offense in Steven Stamkos and some of the other players. They've got defense in Hedman. I really think their goaltending is what's hurting them. I'm thoroughly shocked that they did not make a move for a goaltender at the trade deadline. I really thought they should have. I thought they should have. You know, this might be a repeat of like last year, getting a goaltender from the Islanders. I mean, they could have offered someone for Nabokov, but I think at that point we wouldn't have traded because the top brass still thought we had a chance in hell of making the playoffs. I mean, I kind of knew at that point we weren't making the playoffs, so. And even when at the time when we were only like 6 points out or whatever, I don't know. I knew we weren't going to make it because of the extremely inconsistent play. We'd win 2 games, feel good about ourselves, be 6 points out, and then lose the next 3. And just absolutely plummet in the standings. So, you know, I didn't like the fact that we were so inconsistent to a point where we'll win a few and then just absolutely get destroyed the next game, like 5-0. So, you dads. Check it out. Damn it, Shane, don't you. Oh, God. Mother of God. Let's talk about some of the goaltending situation in St. Louis. Holy crap. St. Louis is stacked with goaltending. 2 26-year-olds in Brian Elliott and Yaroslav Halak, who are absolute beasts. Brian Elliott is first in the league in both goals against and save percentage, and he's a backup. I mean, yeah, he'd be like, oh, he didn't play that many games. I mean, he's played 30-plus games, so... You know, it's not like he wasn't playing games. He's actually earned those stats. Jimmy McGinn. So he's played, I think, 33 at this point, so... What a beast. And then Halak. What can you say about Halak? I mean, he is a beast. That's what you can say about Halak. .929 save percentage, 5th in the league. Oh, 4th, my bad. 6 shutouts. 1.85 goals against, 2nd in the league. So, I mean, my God, just St. Louis, you guys are just stacked in goaltending, just absolutely ridiculous. It's gonna be like Tim Thomas in the finals. It's not even gonna be fair for the other team. You know, they score 2 on Halak, has a bad game. Brian Elliott comes in, saves like 54 shots, and then your team loses. Or not your team, St. Louis wins because their offense is like, I'm gonna be a beast. So, you know, it's not even gonna be fair. It's almost like ridiculous. So, you know, there you go, St. Louis beastly in goaltending. What I like about St. Louis, other than the fact that they're amazing goaltending, is that they're a depth team. I mean, you don't really... I mean, they have a lot of good players. Like, they don't have that one superstar. They're not the Washington Capitals, where if their superstar doesn't perform, they're shit the bed. You know, they don't have that Alexander Ovechkin. Oh my God, are you serious? More penalties? What the hell? You know, you got TJ Oshie, Berglund. You got all sorts of great players there down there in St. Louis. So they deservedly clinched the playoff spot. I think if anyone in the league deserved to clinch a playoff spot, it was St. Louis. I mean, you're like, oh yeah, what about the Rangers? Well, like I said, they've played kind of inconsistent lately. I'm not hating on them, they're a beast team. So, well, let's talk about the playoffs now and what I think is going to go down. It's going to be weird. There's a lot of veteran presence in the playoffs. Detroit, oh yeah. 18 players over the age of 27 years old. So they're extremely veteran team. I mean, you got Datsuk, Bertuzzi, Jimmy Howard. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh. And you got Vancouver. Oh, destroyed. You got Vancouver, who has 17 players over the age of 27. And then their goaltending is good too. You got Roberto Luongo, and you're like, yeah, but he was garbage last year. I think Roberto Luongo can perform in the playoff. I don't know what the hell happened to him there. I think he can perform now. I do think he's a playoff performer. So, and if my teams are smart, someone would have cut across the middle, but no, and then just taking around. You know, I'm just gonna do it by myself now. Killing penalties. And so yeah. But then the weird one is St. Louis. They only have 10 players over the age of 27. But I think they're going to be, I think they're a middle-aged team, because when I was looking at their roster, the players that weren't over 27 were like 24, 25, 26. So, I think I'm going to classify them as a middle-aged team, so that's good for them. Who do I think is going to end up going to the Stanley Cup for the West? I think it's probably going to be, what's it called? I am just blanking out here so badly. Alright, I think it's gonna be, I think it's going to be St. Louis. Like I said, I love St. Louis's lineup there. They have a great team. They've got great goaltending. And they're a middle-aged team, so, you know, they're not exactly the veteran team. I mean, the good thing about a vet team like Detroit is, like, if they go down 3-0 in the series, they don't get flustered. They're not gonna give up. They're not gonna go just pack it in and go home. They're not, you know. I think the X factor for St. Louis is really just gonna be their depth. Can they spread the scoring enough that, well, you know, not really their depth. I think really the X factor for St. Louis is just, you know, like what's either gonna win them or lose them the West. I think it's gonna be the ability to shut down a team that's gonna have a superstar. It's like, say they face Detroit, are they gonna be able to shut down the a Pavel Datsyuk and a Todd Bertuzzi? You know? What the hell is this? This game is so glitched right now. Like, are you serious? You're not kidding me, right? This game is being completely serious. Wow. Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be what St. Louis is going to work. They're going to... Can they shut down a team superstar? Like, can they shut down the Pavel Datsyuk or the Sedins? You know, I think that's just, you know, I really think they're going to go far. St. Louis is a great team, so... in the East, I really don't think anybody poses a threat to the Rangers besides the... We're going to do an all-night shootout. Besides the New Jersey Devils. I don't know why. I just have a feeling the Devils can really put the screws to the Rangers in the playoffs. I mean, the Devils seem to be amazing at home for no apparent reason recently. They're just turning it on at home, and I mean... And then Kovalchuk, 30 goals, 42 assists, 72 points. Brodeur with a 9.907, 2.42. He's made a nice recovery, so... You know, I honestly think that the Rangers are just going to beat everybody out and go to the Eastern Conference Championships, and I think they're going to beat whoever they face. So I think it's going to end up being the New York Rangers and St. Louis. And in that matchup, nope, don't want to beat the don't want to beat the Legends. In that matchup, I think it's going to go to 7 games, and I think it's going to be a stingy series due to the goaltending of, nice little Tri-City rivalry here. Due to the goaltending situation of Henrik Lundqvist against Brian Elliott and Halak, it's going to be a stingy series. I mean, both teams can score, yeah, but I don't think there's going to be much of that scoring going around, so... in 7 games, though, I honestly can't tell. A few weeks back, I would have said Rangers all the way, because they're amazing. But now, you know, with St. Louis clinching a playoff spot and the Rangers being inconsistent, I don't know. I do think the Rangers are going to win the Cup if they get to the finals. I think this is going to be a year for them. It's just been a phenomenal year. They've got everything going for them. Offense, defense, goaltending. They've got everything. And, you know, I'm not saying they're going to win the Cup just because they're in first place. I mean, you know, the Penguins have been surging lately, but the thing I don't like about the Penguins is the fact that they just recently turned it on. They haven't been a great team all season. And then they just recently, just all of a sudden, burst out of nowhere. So I don't like the Penguins' chances. The Flyers' goaltender's a bit inconsistent. Fudge me. I thought he was going to lose it on the deke. Yeah, I really thought he was going to lose. I should have done a flying poke check. But, you know, and I'm not saying St. Louis is going to win the Cup. I'm not saying St. Louis is going to the finals just because they're first. My reason for that is their goaltending and their depth, they're just a beast team. I mean, Vancouver, they have a great team too, but I think I am just can't stop in shit right now. Into the net. I just think St. Louis's goaltending is going to be, wow, Molson. I mean, St. Louis's goaltending is just going to carry them no matter what. So, and Detroit, I don't know about Detroit. The reason, I mean, they're a very veteran team, so they're not going to get flustered. They know what they're doing. They have playoff experience, but I don't know. I don't see it happening for Detroit. So, you know, that's my opinion on the playoffs, what's going to happen. So, yeah. It's a very interesting season in the NHL, actually. So, for now, let's just focus on the shootout and drag. Damn it. Oh, well. The next is going to be determined by, that's fucking weird. Oh, man. I should have shot it. Oh, well. The next video is going to be determined by, let's see, just for shits and giggles, how many times I hear Coney 2012, because Coney 2012 is a load of crap. I want to see how many times I heard it, because it's already kind of died out as a fad, so how many times I hear that will be what next week is. See you later.